Hello everyone, this is Red Robot, and today on TF2 challenge mode we're checking out the Revolver only spy. That spy with no disguises, no cloak, and no knife. This challenge was really fun actually. The Revolver's weapon I really haven't used too much, and it's weird, like it's the obvious spy stock weapon, but I think most people put on like the Ambassador usually. I see that a ton. Or things like utility ones like the Revolver, which is great for sneaking around with the Inviswatch or even the Cloak and Dagger. But the Revolver is the DPS option, the rapid fire, just fill him with lead weapon that I haven't used. And the reason for that, it sounds really silly, but it's because of the reload animation. Now before Gunmetal, Spy would smack himself in the face with the Revolver and it would completely cover the crosshair, and that really bugged me. Of course you could fix that by doing things such as turning off view models, but then you can't tell if you have your dead ringer on or if you're invisible or not. And it was a huge pain. Like, it sounds so silly, but it's something that made me like never want to play Spy basically, because I'd have to use some really wacky setup with like a manual reload or something weird. I tried out a bunch of scripts, but none of them really felt right to me. So yeah, but now that it's fixed, I can actually try it out, and man, running around as a gun spy is totally fun. Reminds me a lot of using the shortstop as scout, except you're a little bit more effective at longer ranges, which means you can take sort of more precise shots. The Revolver fires so quickly and reloads so fast, you can really fill people up with damage really quickly. It's quite impressive. At close range, you're going to be dealing 60 damage a shot, which is nothing to scoff at when you think about how fast the Revolver fires and reloads. And maximum fall-off damage is 20. So at max range, you're going to be doing 20 damage, which means you can just take, calm, slow shots. If you're willing to wait 1.25 seconds between shots, you're able to completely disable the weapon spreader. It turns back to normal, and you're 100% accurate again, which is really cool. The Revolver's one of the only long-range weapons in the game that's really designed for long range. I mean, rockets are good at spamming, but they're super easy to avoid. The Revolver's sort of like an unavoidable damage source, kind of like a sniper no-scoping with a sniper rifle. Obviously not as good, because the Spy has other benefits as well. So basically, if your enemies have taken any kind of damage recently, you should be able to finish them off with 2 or maybe 3 Revolver shots at close range. Which, it kind of got me thinking, like, how often have I gone for like a stab, mucked it up, and gotten killed, in which I could have just shot my opponents? Because if they don't know I'm there, I'll probably be able to get 2 or 3 shots off on them before they can respond. So I wonder, like, if it would be better sometimes to only use your knife on, like, overheal targets you could never possibly kill with your gun. And for everyone else, because you can see their health, just gun them down from behind. I reckon it'd be really effective. I know it's something that people tried out in 4v4 matches when the Enforcer was allowed, because the damage bonus plus being able to escape from any kind of danger using things like the Dead Ringer made it a really nice combination. But I feel like the Revolver's a really underused weapon, and players don't really respect it enough. I mean, I'm pretty sure most spies in pubs just run around trying to get those sick stair stabs and trick stabs and matador stabs and space stabs or whatever. But the Revolver, like, as you can see, Pyro's there, dead. Just, it's so easy, 4 shots, that's all it takes. One thing I had forgotten about the Revolver is just how absurd random crits with it are. 120 damage just across the map in one bullet with 100% accuracy is so crazy, and when it comes, the person you shot at will just be so shocked. They'll be like, my health's gone. It feels like you've just been sniped, like when a sniper just gets a body shot off on you and your health just suddenly disappeared. I remember I used to do this weird thing in Arena when I was just starting out in TF2. I'd just grab the Cloak and Dagger, get to a safe place, and just keep firing shots at people, and wait until I get a random crit, and the random crit would just get me 1 kill. Okay, cloak up again, go to another safe place. Basically just abusing the fact that eventually a random crit will come to kill people in Arena mode. It actually works surprisingly well. Probably not too much fun to play against, that one noob spy sitting in the corner with the Cloak and Dagger for half the game. All up, I really enjoyed this challenge. And it was great. I reckon I'm definitely going to be using my gun a whole lot more. I'm not going to, of course, put my knife away forever. The knife is an invaluable tool. The instant kill is so amazing against players, but I really do think people underestimate Spy's kind of general combat abilities. I mean, sure, he's nowhere near as flashy as the other combat classes, but he can definitely hold his own and deal a decent amount of damage to support his team. I think that if more people sort of saved their backstabs and their knife action for targets that were really overhealed, targets that were impossible to kill in any other way, and in the meantime just supported their team with the Revolver, I reckon spies would be much less of a burden on their team. Of course, the Revolver isn't exactly an easy weapon to use. It's pretty fiddly to aim at targets that are moving at decent ranges from you and shoot consecutive shots, but I reckon that there needs to be more incentive for players to pull out their Revolver, and I don't know how that should be done with the new unlock or something like that, but Revolver Spy is great, super fun, and I wish it was around more. That's all I got for you right now, and I'll catch you guys next time.